myself Niharika Karangi. I am part of the Administration Development of Haladhari Technologies Pvt Ltd. This evening, we will start our KV Dialogue 9 by welcoming all our moderators, panelists, and all the participants. KV Dialogue is conducted by Haladhari Technologies Pvt Ltd and is founded by Sri Lakshman Kanikanti. Let's take this opportunity to introduce our moderator, Dr. Kishore sir. During past 8 dialogues connected us to industry leaders and scholars in various domains to speak on agriculture-related topics, including various innovations such as IoT, UAV, UGV, and space. Today, one of the panelists is Vishwatej sir, Assistant Professor, who is from Agri Extension and based out of Regional Agriculture Research Station from Warangal. And our other panelist is Sri Satyanarayan Raman sir, co-founder and CEO, A Enterprises and Foods, Millet Mods Venture and LLP. Hopefully, we are welcoming both of our panelists. We will start our session from Dr. Kishore sir. We will continue this session.
Thank you very much, Niharika. So let me continue with this slide on the screen. We are part of, the team name is called KhetiValah. We are part of Haladhari Technologies Pvt Ltd. And we are passionate about the agriculture industry globally, and particularly the farmer and their life. We want to help the farmer in doing their job, and whole world is now looking at like G20, India's success in space, and also possibility to fill the gap of the crisis, the food crisis emerging due to international conflicts like Ukraine, Russia. So this is a very important subject. Very few IITs teach AgriTech as a part of their syllabus, but very soon there will be a sea change. Apart from agriculture universities, the frontline engineering streams will start looking at engineering aspects of agriculture. So what we do is we connect the farmers with whom we call as Niveshak. It's a Sanskrit word. And the KhetiValah will be connected to the microfinance people who are having love and affection towards the farmer. They have a sense of gratitude that they bring food on the table. And since we are thinking about farmers, we need knowledge about agri. We do knowledge sharing platform. We have a website and a YouTube channel and also a magazine that we publish. We talk about more details later. So we also provide market linkage and sales assistance to the farmers. And how we accomplish our task is we have several initiatives. As I already mentioned about a magazine, we also have Kheti Kosha, which is like optimize the utilization of land. KhetiValah research finds that India has 149.9 million hectares of cultivable land, and how much of that is effectively cultivated is the opportunity that we want to look at in Kheti Kosha. And we conduct Kheti Dialogue. This is the 9th instance. Every Friday or alternately we do it. And we also do Anusandhan, where we meet people face to face. And we conduct some Kheti Utsav. One of them was recently in the University of Agricultural Sciences, Dharwad. We conducted a get-together between farmers and Niveshaks and other leaders from the university and industry, including Indian ISRO scientists and chairperson retired Sri S. Kiran Kumar sir. And we look at the role played by Mandal Kendras. We want to establish some Mandal Kendras, and we do Kheti Kalyan, that is a welfare initiatives like getting some farmers some kind of a pocket money so that they are able to meet their financial requirements, so that we want to avoid or completely stop any of the suicides that farmers are known to be going through. So Kheti Anusandhan is some experts we want to connect with and establish some new avenues for their practices. And so we develop some crop improvement techniques and pass on the results to them from time to time so that they utilize that knowledge. And we integrate the technology also in our platform. Ours is a digital platform As you know, G20, we were leaders in digitizing everything. Even agriculture can also be a good subject matter for digitization. So we have a Keti Kalyan event, as I mentioned about it. Dialogues we are doing already. And this is about me. So I've been in the industry for the past 30 years plus, primarily Air Force officer, and then into telecom industry. And I'm passionate about millets, as Parthasarathi inspired me to look at this. And we have one of the speakers, Satya, who is also associated with Sri Parthasarathi. And I'm currently using drones for agriculture purposes. I'm director for a drone academy. I have a flying credentials and certified by Directorate General of Civil Aviation. I have a patent, and I am also a contributor to Bureau of Indian Standards for Agriculture Standard, which is maintained by Government of India in Manak database. And we have Kendra. I mentioned about Mandal Kendras. We would establish a few Mandal Kendras to facilitate quicker dialogue and advice to the professional farming community, provide also financial aid, and provide seeds and pesticides to farmers. We have the magazine, as you could see, one of the magazines we printed, concept of Japanese Ikigai. And we have a YouTube channel, which you could actually, it will be a rich channel of repository of all the discussions we have been doing. And it will be a good source of research for the agri-scientists. KhetiValah is, we want to simplify the process of sale. In fact, KhetiValah is an Android app, and I took about less than a minute to install it on the phone. And you also can install it where you can see the farmers and the Veshaks, and also those who would like to work in short-term basis in some agri field, and that is considered like a white-collar job going forward. So Keti Kosha Agri Land Bank, I mentioned about it. And so we would like to optimize your effective utilization of the land, which is currently underutilized. These are the great stalwarts with whom God blessed me with the opportunity to connect with them. And today we are going to add 2 more stalwarts to this list of great personalities who are a rich source of knowledge and expertise on agriculture industry. And so this is to unveil, we want to do dialogues in all possible languages, to start with, apart from English, Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, Marathi, Kannada, and also want to expand to other languages like Japanese and Korean as well. We would like to launch an exclusive website to deal with all the dialogues and the discussions. Want to make some pure agri talks in the WhatsApp communities, so that there is a community of practitioners and there will be interesting opportunity to exchange views. So today we are fortunate to have Dr. R. Vishwatej. Dr. Vishwatej R. is Assistant Professor of Department of Agriculture Extension and Professor of Jayashankar Telangana State Agriculture University, Rangareddy. He has a doctorate from Indian Council of Agriculture Research, National Dairy Research, Karnal, Haryana, and he has done masters from the Harvard University of Agriculture Sciences. And he is recipient of ICAR Research Fellowship for masters and doctorate. He has mixed experience of research, extension, and teaching. Has exposure of working in public, private, and academic institutions with very close proximity to the farmers. He has published 18 research papers and book chapters on various topics with 33 citations. He is recipient of many awards, currently working as a scientist, transfer of technology at Regional Agricultural Research Station, Warangal.
Good evening, friends. Respected Kishore Garu, and thank him for giving this opportunity from KhetiValah to me on behalf of the universities. Okay, so I will share my presentation. Yeah, I thank for the opportunity for giving me this opportunity to for dealing with the modernization of agriculture through extension perspective. So we have agriculture technology. So where there are many levels of agriculture technology. So from agriculture 1.4, so for terminology sake, we can call our subsistence farming as an traditional agriculture from what we are doing from ages as agriculture 1.0. So then we got after independence, we have a different problem where we have the problem of food insecurity. So we are forced for going to mechanization of agriculture. So we can call that phase as an agriculture 2.0. So broadly, this is from 1950s to 1960s. So after that, we are successful in green revolution, and we got rid of that situation where we have to feed our population from exports from other countries. Then there is a phase of 20 years where we focused, our governments has focused from going to agriculture 3.0, where we went to increase the production or productivity of other crops other than paddy and wheat. Then we got the phase of digital revolution, where we got the technologies from other industries like internet, artificial intelligence. Now we are going to for agriculture 5.0. So what are the challenges we can see? So before that, we can see what are the current situation. So there is a drastic increase of population. Now we can say that we are in India, we are feeding up to 1.5 mouths. So there is a substantial increase in agriculture food production, but mainly it was concentrated in wheat and rice. But
Sir,
there was
you are still on the first slide. I hope that is where
okay. So there is a technical glitch. So if you
can move them, because you are only
yeah.
right.
Is it
Yes.
moving?
Yes, yeah, right.
Yeah. So now the production, sorry. So we have self-sufficient in wheat and paddy production. So this is reflected in our PDS systems, that we are self-sufficient with paddy and wheat production. But there is a significant pressure in the crops like pulses, oil seeds. So still we are heavily dependent on the exports from these crops. So even whatever the production we have gained is at the cost of huge increase of fertilizers. So in India, we can say that the nitrogen fertilizers, phosphatic fertilizers, we are importing these fertilizers. So, and when we see the productivity percentages also, when we compare with other countries, still the production potential is untapped. So, and there is a drastic sociological change in our country, where we can say that when we say that the agriculture, manufacturing and services sector, so gradually our population is moving from depending on agriculture to manufacturing and services. So there is a drastic decrease in the contribution of agriculture in our total GDP percentages. But then on the other hand, because of the huge population increase, there is a substantial change in the farming situation, where the land holdings, the size of the land holdings are very much decreasing. So this has become a challenge where we can't, the farmers are becoming marginalized. So that the problem with marginalizing of the farmers is that the technology, whatever we are promoting, it is difficult for them to adopt. Now, given this situation, even our now when we see the export situation of our country, first we are feeding our population, then we are looking into the exports. So we are leader in spice from the age-old days. Then we are number one producers of livestock products. Okay. So now when we see the current situation of our country, so we are largest producers of livestock products. We are largest consumers of agrochemicals. So, and we are largest country regarding arable land. So given these situations, now we have commitments of sustainable development goals for 2030. So we have different situations where there is a different environmental situations, like we have climate change. And given the availability of national resources, we have a different situation where we are going into the industrialization, fourth stage of industrialization in our country, rapid development of infrastructure. And given the household situation, so still most of the farmers are marginalized, where people are aspiring to go into the middle class. We can say that we have a largest population of middle class in the entire world. Then most of the people who are looking for the employment are seeing the employment in other than agriculture fields, other than agriculture. And we have a talk of gender equality even within the agriculture sector also. So then given that situation, given the individual choices, these has drastically changed, where earlier our population was content with whatever the food they got. But now our lifestyle has changed, where our preferences are changing, where most of the population are going into meat consumption. So there is a huge demand for meat and processed food in our country. So given this situation and ever changing external global geopolitical situations, we have to meet these sustainable development goals in agriculture in our country. So we have the same problem. So UN says that we have a large population which is struggling for getting a next meal. So we are inside our country, and also the countries like in African countries, like different countries. So then we got this new situation where we are into the war, and we are witness of the situation where the war in one remote part of the world will influence the food demands or food prices in our country. So we have recently shot up prices of oils because of Ukraine, because of the Ukraine is the major source of oil, sunflower. Even there is increase in price of wheat all over the Europe, and even to protect the situation, government has banned the export of non-basmati rice. So these are the all geopolitical situations and the government which is. So when we see into the agriculture, we have different risks from the point of view of a farmer. So we can say that we have to increase the food production. So and we can increase the food productivity using different technologies. We as a technologist, we can say that okay, farmer has to adopt new technology, and he has to modernize his farms, but he has different risks. Like if you want to take a small decision, he is very much dependent on all the uncertainties in his farm. Like the farm is very much dependent on the fluctuating weather conditions, and it is very much the situation is becoming worse because of climate change. And given the labor situation, earlier people are ready to work in the farms, but given the demand in industry and cities, so there are very much less labor available for agriculture, and we can say that even there is a scarcity at the peak times of demand in agriculture. So that's why even the labor prices are also increasing, and there is any dearth of agriculture, because we can say that we have technology as a private player or as a government entity or a university, but that it is becoming more and more difficult for the farmer to reach that technology because of different conditions, and even quality of the inputs. Because earlier, if you want to do agriculture, only fertilizers and pesticides are enough. But now, because of different pests and exotic pests, so he need different types of inputs because for doing new type of agriculture, and all these are dependent on the credit. So now the situation is farmer is every time indebted. We can say that because of he has to purchase everything at the wholesale price, and everything he has to purchase at the retail price, and he is selling at the wholesale price at his farm. So this is the condition of the farmer, because he is the end user of all the technologies, and he is and to get the exact whatever the price, he doesn't have a storage facility, so that it is becoming difficult for him to store at the farmer. So suddenly at the time of the harvest, he is selling his entire produce at the farm gate itself. And there are a number of marketing risks. Recently, we have seen that the price of tomato has shot up to 300 rupees per kg. Then suddenly, within 1 month, it has become 30 rupees per kg. So there is no market information for the farmer. So what crop he has to sow, what crop he has to go or produce for getting his minimum income. And there is access to markets. We can say that it is becoming very difficult to him. So again, we have talked about price volatility, and we have ecological risk. We have talked about the limited land and limited water. We have the farmer. So what is the future demand? So already we have talked about this thing. The increase in it is estimated by 2030 there is a huge demand because of population. In case of double the demand of food grains, triple the demand of milk products, and 4 times the increase in demand in vegetables. So in other meat and fish is also increasing. So again, we have country pressure of exports also. So again, we came to the same thing. So what is the solution? So again, whatever we are doing up to now is not sufficient for the required food production of 2030 or beyond. So we can say that from agriculture 1.0 from 1.2 we have an increase in efficiency, like in land preparation. We have farmers are adaptive of different technologies, so they have adopted different technologies which has increased his efficiency. Even in irrigation systems, he has changed from flooding of irrigation to up to the drip irrigation, where efficiencies are there. But now we are talking about hydroponic, new technologies of agriculture 3.1 and 4.0, where we are talking about hydroponics, bioplastics, vertical farming, drone technology. But the main problem is easy, ready to adopt these things. And we are ready with the technologies of agriculture 5.0, where we are talking about agriculture in deserts with seawater, genetic modified crops, 3D printing. So these are technologies are available, but farmer is not ready to adopt because of many reasons. Not that he is not interested in adopting, but he has many challenges in adopting these technologies. So what is the solution? So we have to take these technologies to the farmer in different ways. So there are different approaches from agriculture 1.0, as there is an evolution from 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 in agriculture. So even our approaches has to be evolved, should be evolved. So earlier it was entirely in 1980s, it was totally public effort where the technologies has to be taken to the farmer with different training and visiting programs. And there is a huge demand for officers, government officers. So entire extension was dependent on technologies from agriculture universities and extension from agriculture departments. Then there was a time where the private people has came and they have given their solutions, and there is a collaboration between private and public partner through public and partnership, public-private partnership. Then now with the increasing technologies, we have more demand to change the approach from purely public driven to innovative systems. So what is the innovative systems? So agriculture innovative systems is the approach where we can say that holistic approach where we see agriculture as an innovation. Maybe it's from a university, maybe it's from a private company, maybe it's from even the farmer also. So even some farmer is also the innovator. So within the scale, the universities and extension system is playing the role of a facilitator between agriculture research systems, private players, and also the business different value chains present in the market. So this is the difference where we can say that from simply transfer of technology perspective, we have now come to the agriculture innovative systems approach, where we are focusing. We can see the farm as a farm enterprise. Then we are focusing not on the market, but on the value chains. We are not focusing on the production or productivity. We are focusing on the profitability of the farmer. So we have different stakeholders in this value chain. Like before, farmer is he need different inputs before doing agriculture production. And while doing agriculture production, he needs some inputs like pesticides, again, sprayers and everything. Then after the harvest, after the harvest, he need solutions of value addition, storage, grading, packing. Then after that, for marketing, he need transportation, exporters, information of demand. So for this, we need a different type of approach in extension. So now I will give a broad idea of what is the current extension system from the government perspective of the universities and ICR. So we have central government, and under that we have ICR. Under that we have 11 zones of Hatari Agriculture Technology Application Research Institutes. So we have all over India, we have 11 zones, and that we have more than 750 KVKs, approximately 1 KVK per one district. So these KVKs are the we will be talking, and we have parallelly we have state departments where we have agriculture department, we have agriculture officers, assistant deputy department officials, district agriculture officers. So we have system. So again, within the university we have 3 systems where we are into teaching to the students, we are into research from all our research stations, and we are into the extension also. So what is the role of KVKs in this transfer of technologies? So KVK as a concept has started in 1974, where the first KVK has been established in Pondicherry. So KVKs has been envisioned as a transfer of technology institutions at the grassroots level from the point of view of the ICR, where the farmer can get the technologies of research institutions at his district level. And KVKs function in mainly 3 objectives. It will mainly into technology adoption, technology assessment and demonstrations. Then it has a role of capacity building of different stakeholders, like even the agriculture department professionals, progressive farmers, entrepreneurs, agri-entrepreneurs at the district level, and KVKs act as a knowledge resource center at the district level. So it's a robust institution from the ICR. So these KVKs are also run by the universities. It can be run by the NGOs. It can be run by private players based on the requirement of the district. And what are the roles of KVK? So we are already talked. KVKs are the knowledge repositories. So KVKs have a farm where it will store all the technologies which are relevant to the district at different levels. Then KVKs will demonstrate these technologies at different levels in the farmer's field, in the form of on-farm trials and field demonstrations. Then KVKs is also doing the extension work where using the ICT technologies like mobile apps, different mobile apps, mobile messaging services, M-Kisan, Kisan Sarathi. So that using the current IT revolution, farmers can be reached quickly, where the messages will be going to his mobile directly, like weather advisories, weather-based agriculture advisories, like that. And capacity building. In capacity building also, KVKs are collaborating with farmer producer organizations, farmer clubs, for giving training and also popularizing the given technologies. Even KVKs are training the para extension training workers, like input dealers, fertilizer dealers, pesticide dealers, who are at the doorstep of the farmer. KVKs are also training the small scale entrepreneurs who are at the district level. So mainly KVKs do technology assessment and refinement through on-farm trials and give the proven technologies to the farmers at district level in the form of frontline demonstrations. So these are some of the works in our area where we are promoting different technologies to the farmers, like spine guard cultivation in pendals, so alternate wetting and drying in paddy, intercropping in oil palms, trellis method cultivation of tomatoes. So these are increasing the productivity of the farmers. Even IPM practices in Chile because of the exotic pest attack which we experienced in last 2 to 3 years. And we are into different capacity building programs where we are training the farmers and farm women. We are giving exposure to the farmers of new technology at the university level. We are conducting Kisan Melas with collaboration of Department of Agriculture. And we are even acting as a resource person in the training programs conducted by the department, and not only department but also the different NGOs. So these are the activities of KVKs. So what is the next stage? Where there are 4 pathways of adopting this modernization of agriculture. So promoting emerging innovations, right? So we have different research universities where we have different technologies in pipeline for development, like climate smart agriculture varieties, technologies like drones, where we are scaling up the usage of drones in the agriculture. Then we have support for the product support, where we are giving a platform for the universities to test the technologies. Then we have enabling the farm businesses, small scale. When we say enterprise, farm enterprises are small scale, but they have a very good impact. So we are supporting the interface of startups to the farmers. So we are acting as a platform. Then we are positioning the tested technologies for the successful adoption of the farmers, where we are setting the quality parameters of the certain technology, like if we can say the amount of sprays in drone, how much pesticide we have to use in the drone technology, because we have drone technology for spraying of agriculture, but many people are not aware of the dosages, what we should use, what are the standardized dosages which are not harmful for our crop, but the get the given technologies. So de-risking the farmers, because KVKs are acting as a first testing grounds for the given technology. Then leveraging the communities of different institutions like FPOs, KVKs, dairy cooperatives are present in the district level. So we are in regular contact with them so that we can propagate different technologies using their platforms. So even the innovative distribution models, we need this thing like ENAM. So we are talking about market modernization of APMCs. So ENAM, this is giving the good platform. So diffusion of innovations through progressive farmers. So we have progressive farmer networks, Raitu Vedikas, where we disseminate technologies first to the progressive farmer, so that the other farmers are adopting the same technology from him, like that. And digital technologies. So we have different, already I've talked about the agriculture information services, but that is not enough now because of the advances in artificial intelligence, blockchains. So we have to go beyond that. So this is leveraging the existing agriculture extension infrastructure. We have to adopt the new technology to reach the farmers and also the agripreneurs. So because a farmer is no longer a farmer, he is an entrepreneur of agriculture. Again, we collect different types of data at the district level. so that we can use this data for the further refinement of the technologies, and even we share this data like data of climate, weather parameters. We can share to the insurance companies, to the different supply chains, where they can develop the technologies based on this available data at the district level. So this is the role of KVKs, and this is the way forward. So I thank the KhetiValah for giving this opportunity for presenting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And this is for you,
Thank
Vishwatej. And when we meet you in person, we would like to also give you a little token of our memento and kind of a certificates like that. So with this, I really sincerely thank all the people involved in today's dialogue, Dr. Vishwatej and all the attendees.